Welcome to the stage, Dan Quinn!
How we doing? We doing all right? Nice to see you again. We're going to tell you guys, I'm not a parent. I am married. Do we have parents here tonight? That's it. I feel there's way more. You're just too tired to clap. Is that it? Yeah, fair enough. I got it. I feel for parents now because I don't think there's ever been a harder time in history than to be a parent right now because you have to worry about your kids all the time. When I was growing up, I don't think my parents gave a fuck. I don't think they did. They'd be like, okay, come home by dark or not. We have 3 more. We can only afford 2. Now you got to worry. And the media, they scare parents all the time, right? They scare you to worry about your kids. I saw a story at Halloween, but a kid found a weed gummy in his Halloween candy. Yeah. And the news is freaking out. They're like, parents, look out. Someone out there is putting weed gummies in your kids' Halloween candies. Be afraid. I was like, that never happened. No one's giving out $10 candies at Halloween. What kind of rich stoner is this? Some Oprah-like stoner, and you get a $10 candy, and you get a $10 candy. You get a $10 candy. I think if that did happen, that house would be really easy to find. It'd be the longest line in the block. Kids would be switching outfits, coming back again. I'm half Taylor Swift, half shark, you know? I think if it did happen, though, it was a total accident. Some stoner woke up the next day and was like, fuck! Where's my bowl of gummies? Why do I have so many mini Kit Kats left? I think the most likely scenario, though, is what happened was a mother found the weed gummy in the kid's room, and the kid was a quick thinker. She's like, where do you get that weed gummy? He's like, oh, somebody must have put it in my Halloween candy. Good thinking, kid. You're going to have a lot of friends in high school. Which is a good thing. You're going to be there 5 years, okay? And it's tough to be parents now. I don't know if you guys noticed, a lot of schools across the country no longer give out grades to elementary kids. Have you heard about that? Yeah, that's happening here, right? Happening in Kelowna, it's happening. And I guess that's a good thing if your kid isn't very smart. Let him get to high school before you find out he's going to sell weed gummies, you know. But it's just going to confuse kids because one day they're going to get grades. They're not going to know what they mean. They're going to come home from school and be like, I got a half moon in English. That's a C, honey. And now I'm starting to think that mark is very generous. Whatever, got a full moon in math. Oh no. I really hope you're good at lifting things. I think you got to decide what kind of parent you're going to be. I think we've all seen this parent out there, right? I don't know how you decide to become this parent, but I saw him at the driving range. I'm addicted to golf, and I saw this 6-year-old kid next to me, and he's practicing, but he's one of these kids. He's like, I want to leave. I want to go home. I want to play video games. But he had this dad. He's like, no, we're not leaving till you get it right. Do it again till you get it perfect. We're not leaving until you can get this. And there's a part of me that want to step in and be like, hey, don't push your failed dreams on your kids. Because you didn't make the PGA Tour, now your kid's got to make the PGA Tour? Back up, let him be a kid. But then there's another part of me that's a 50-year-old man still trying to make it in Canadian show business. Still doing shows in Salmon Arm. It's like, man, I wish I had a dad like that. I could have been somebody. I could have been on the PGA Tour. I need therapy, but I could afford it. I am trying to get better. Well, that's not true at all. I'm not trying to do shit. My wife is trying to improve me, I should say. It's not going well for her. She came the other day, she said this to me, she's like, you should get tested for ADHD. And I got offended, okay? I got defensive right away. I was like, why is it my fault? Maybe you're just shitty at telling stories. How about one with an ending every once in a fucking while? Wouldn't that be nice, huh? I'm a comedian, I need a good wow, punchline, good story, really nailed that one. She was telling me a story about her mother, brought up her friend Tina halfway through, never mentioned her again. The entire time I kept thinking, is she gonna go out with that guy or not? I need to know. She didn't even end the story. She just walked out of the room going, you should get tested for ADHD. But then she told me this, she said, you know, if you have ADHD and you get tested for it, then they'll give you a drug and then you'll get way better at working. I was like, that's a shitty reason to do drugs. I've done a lot of drugs in my life. Never once did I get better at working. Pretty sure it had the opposite effect every single time. I don't think I ever got together with my buddies on a Friday night, did a bunch of pills, and was like, all right, who wants to do our taxes? Yeah! This is gonna be awesome! I'm gonna need some water. I'm working really hard, you know? But then I thought, maybe I should get tested. And I looked into it. Do you know that there's so many people trying to get tested for ADHD right now? It's a 2-year wait list. 2 years. That is way too long for someone with ADHD. That should be the first test. Are you willing to wait 2 years to find out if you have ADHD? Yes, you do not have ADHD. You have a half moon in English. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, what if I do have ADHD? Do you ever wonder that about yourselves? You're like, what if I had something and they could cure it? What my life would have been like, how amazing it could be. I started thinking like, what if I take this drug and I find out I'm super smart? Like maybe I'm like Goodwill Hunting and I'm the guy that cures cancer, right? Or maybe I build like the world's most lifelike robots that they become your best friends and they're amazing to hang out with. Or maybe I'm really good at golf and I make the PGA Tour. Or me and this robot go on golfing adventures together, having a great time, curing cancer. And I was like, oh, fuck. I have ADHD. Honey, I don't think I need that test. And by the way, I really want to get a robot. It'll be awesome, you know? My wife she's working hard to try and make me a better man. She came to me the other day and she's like, we should go to couples therapy. And here's the thing, she didn't say it in a threatening way, okay? She didn't say it in the middle of a fight. She said it like it was gonna be fun. Like the way you'd say to somebody like, we should go bowling. She's like, we should go to couples therapy. I'm like, we have a different idea of fun, okay? Because I grew up on a farm and I don't know anybody that went to therapy by choice. It was usually because the court ordered it. Hear what happened to Nathan? Yeah, the court sent him to therapy, right? So I said to my wife, I was like, why would you want to go to therapy? We have a great relationship. And she's like, well, it's an 85. I was like, 85? I am fucking crushing it right now. That is a good mark. I would have given myself 70 at best. And been like, I'm doing way better than most of my friends. I'm like, 85? I'm calling my mom. But then she said this, she said, yeah, but if we went to therapy, we could get that up to 100. 100, wow. Does anyone here know anyone in a perfect 100 relationship? Yeah. You're in a perfect 100 relationship, my friend? Is that your wife next to you? Girlfriend, okay. Yeah, we all start at 100, then we work our way down. No relationship starts at 20, working your way up, you know what I mean? It could get better. He'll stop hitting me soon, you know? That improv was too far. I get it now. I get it, Kelowna. No, you're not in a... Yeah, that's because you're dating, you know? Perfect 100. Listen, you know why I know nobody here knows someone in a perfect 100 relationship? Because that couple doesn't have any friends, okay? Because that's the first step on getting 100, getting rid of all those losers holding you back. You don't even go out. You don't go to comedy shows in a perfect relationship. You can get in a fight at a comedy show, right? You know what they do every night? They just stay at home, look into each other's eyes over candlelight and compliment each other. You're amazing. No, you're more amazing. No, you're more amazing. I'm like, oh, fuck off. Think about somebody else during sex one time. Come on. Make it a 98, you know? But I looked into it. I was like, well, maybe I'll go to couples therapy to make my wife happy, but it's very expensive. I don't know if anybody here has been. It's like $250 a session. I'm like, $250 a session. I'm like, babe, if you want to spend $250 to see me cry, buy me Canucks tickets. Maybe we should have sent JT Miller and Petey, you know? They could have worked it out. He doesn't listen. I'm Swedish. I don't know what he's saying, you know? I'm getting older. I know I'm getting older because it shows up in ways I don't expect. Like technology confuses me every once in a while. Never thought it would. The latest thing that confuses me, I hope somebody here understands this, is I get a lot of junk emails every day. And I used to have two options with those emails. Click them all at once, and I could delete them, or I could save them. Now a third option showed up, and I don't know what it's for. I can archive them. Does anybody else have the archive option out there? You have the archive option? Do you know what it's for? No, nobody does. It just showed up. Just showed up. Now we can archive our emails. That seems like a grandiose term for emails. Oh, I'm gonna put this one in my archives. Oh, that one's going in my archives. What are you hoping for? One day your grandkids are gonna be like, Granddaddy, can you tell us about some of your favorite emails? Look, I've been waiting for this moment. Let's go check the archives. Oh, here's one, brown shoes, 15% off. I was like, that's a keeper right there, flash sale. And I've noticed that TV started treating us all like we're really dumb now. When did every TV show start with a recap of the previous episode? That's a new thing. Every show you go, oh, here's a recap of the last episode. You need to watch this. I feel insulted because for most of my life, I had to wait an entire week between shows and you just had to remember what happened last week. There's no recap. Now they're like, do you want a recap? I'm like, I just watched the last episode 10 seconds ago. I just started watching this show today. I'm 11 episodes in. I have ADHD. What the fuck is going on in this show? I need to know. I do a bit of acting. I know nobody will recognize me. I don't expect you to. I've been doing this show for 16 years, and most people don't recognize me from this, so... that laugh was a little too close to truth right there. I do a lot of Hallmark movies. Do we have any Hallmark movie fans out there? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, a few of you. The ladies love the Hallmark movies. There's a real divide between men and women on the Hallmark movies. That they separate them because men get very angry during Hallmark movies and women love them, okay? Because the plot is the exact same in every Hallmark movie, right? Everyone, it's always a woman in her late 30s. She lives in a small town and she can't find love. Oh, she can't find love, right? And everybody in town loves her. Like, Miss Jenna, you bake the world's best cookies. How are you single? She's like, I don't know. And they're like, well, if a guy ever tries your cookies, he'll fall in love, right? But you look at her, she hasn't had a cookie in 13 years. She's just gorgeous, and all the women in this moment are like, she's just like me, beautiful in a small town, can't find love. And all the guys are already like, really? She can't find love? She's a fucking babe. How crazy is she? She is the hottest girl in town. Every guy beats off to her every night. No one likes you? Check your Facebook messages. Maybe they're in your archives. And she's amazing. Everybody loves her in town. She's always got an awesome job where like she teaches ballet to little kids. And the little kids love her. They're like, Miss Jenna, when are you gonna have a family? She's like, oh, maybe if I can find a guy to love me. And they're like, you will, because you're amazing, Miss Jenna. But then the plot turns. There's a hockey player for the New York Rangers. and he injures his ankle. And all the doctors in New York, they can't figure out how to fix his ankle. They're like, what are we gonna do? We can't fix his ankle. And he's like, you gotta do something. I'll try anything. I make $9 million a year. I'm the captain of the New York Rangers. I only love hockey. I'm single. That's all I care about. What are we gonna do? And then somebody has an idea. Well, there's a ballet teacher in Connecticut. She does wonders with kids. She's got a room above her garage. Maybe you could live there and rehab your ankle. He's like, I'll try anything. So he moves above her garage and he starts taking ballet classes, and every day he starts working on that ankle. And it hurts at first, but he keeps trying, and it's growing stronger and growing stronger and stronger. And by the end, he can pirouette like a motherfucker. But that's not the only thing that's growing. Their love for each other. And now she lays down the ultimatum. She's like, I love you, and I know you love me, but I can never live in New York with you and your $9 million a year salary. What am I gonna do? These kids need me. And then this is where the divide happens, because women love this moment. You're screaming at the TV, choose love. Hockey's just a game. Love is forever. Give up hockey, you loser. And then this is where men lose it. We're just yelling at TV, pick the New York Rangers, you fucking idiot. You make $9 million a year, she makes 16,000. She's an 8 in New York. You can have anyone. Get the fuck out of this shithole. And I know what everyone in this room is thinking right now. Hey, Dan, in that movie, do you play the guy that plays for the New York Rangers? No, I do not. I play the guy that brings that guy a TV. Here's your TV, man. There wasn't any above the garage. And that movie is called Taking a Shot at Love. That's an actual movie I did for the Hallmark channel. Somebody out there recognized that movie. That's how big a fan they were. You were a TV delivery guy. Ah! So I don't know if we have actors here or people that know much about acting, but the way I get acting parts is I have to audition for a lot of roles to get like one once in a while. And the way auditioning works, if you're not familiar, the way it used to work is I would go into a room and have all my lines memorized in my scene, and I'd go into a room, there'd be two people. There'd be another actor who acts the scene opposite me, because it takes two people to make the scene work, and a casting director. And at the end, the casting director would look at me and go, Dan, that was fantastic, but we were looking for someone more attractive. And then I leave and they're like, wait, he might be good as a TV guy. Come back in here, right? But that was before COVID. Since COVID, we no longer go into rooms. So what happens is I have to do what they call a self-tape. It means I have my iPhone at home and I have to do the audition by myself at home, but I need someone to act opposite me. And that person is my wife. And she is fucking terrible. Okay, she's a terrible actress. I'm trying to do the scene. She doesn't like acting. She doesn't like public speaking. She works hard all day. Then comes home. She's like, all right, let's do this stupid audition. I'm doing it. She's eating chips. I'm like, you're eating chips? And she's like, I'm hungry. How long is this gonna take? So I got mad at my wife. I said, honey, you've got to give me something to act opposite me so I can act with you on the scene. And she said, it's not my fault. I'm just not a very good actress. That's not true at all, because every woman in this room is naturally a brilliant actress, okay? You all have it in you. You just need the right scene to shine. Okay, I feel like some of you are getting ahead of me right now. That's not the scene I was talking about. I saw a few faces like, okay, I've acted once or twice. Oh, you're amazing. Ooh, so big. Okay, that's not the scene I was talking about. Because first off, not always your best acting job, I gotta be honest. But here's the thing, ladies, keep it up, because we'll never yell cut. We'll never. No guy's ever been like, cut, take two, let's try this again. We've been like, hey, I'll fill in the rest. Good work. The greatest acting job you'll ever see, guys, is maybe you're outside on a beautiful day for a walk with your lovely significant other, and you've done something to upset her. And she's going to let you know right then and there as you're walking down the street. And she is just giving it to you, like coming up and down you like a chainsaw and telling you what you did wrong. And you're just taking it because you know you deserve it. But then, you run into people you know. Okay, I found a few actresses in this crowd right now. You will see the greatest acting performance right in front of your eyes. The ability for women to switch from like, and let me tell you another thing you did wrong, mister, because I've had enough of your shit, to, hey! How's it going? So nice to see ya. What luck is this, running into you on a beautiful day when I'm out with the love of my life? We were just talking about how much we love each other, isn't that right? And guys, we're terrible actors. We can't even make eye contact. We're staring at the ground like, what the fuck is she talking about? Dial it back, Meryl Streep. You said if I didn't get my shit together, I'd be living outside. She is so good, your friends buy it. They're like, oh, we don't want to disturb you lovebirds. You have a good day. Then you're like, no, please don't go, man. What do you say we just walk together for the next 3 hours in silence? What about that? Maybe go to a movie together. How about that, you know? As your friend's leaving, he's like, I'd help you out, man, but my girl's pissed at me too. So, I try to keep my wife happy. I gotta be honest, I don't nail it all the time. A little over a month ago, Taylor Swift was doing her final concert in Vancouver, okay? We live in Vancouver. The week of the concert, I found out my wife was a massive Taylor Swift fan. She probably told me a long time before, but I have ADHD. I can't remember all of that shit. And we did not have any tickets to go to the show. She didn't have a ticket, and she tried every day. She was like, got so excited. She's like, I want to go to the concert, I want to go to the concert. She tried to find tickets, but the prices had gotten way beyond what we could afford. They were so ridiculous. And every day, I'd come home, she'd be singing the Taylor Swift songs, watching the movie. She was so into it, right? And then on the Friday night after work, before the first concert, she came home and did something very unexpected. She walked in the door, walked right up to me angrily, and said, you didn't go and do something stupid like spend $2,500 on a Taylor Swift ticket for me, did you? I was like, no, I would never do something that stupid. And then she was like, oh. And then walked away all sad. Now, I'm not the best at picking up signs. Some people say I have a half moon in picking up signs. But I picked up that one very clearly. It had arrows, neon, pointing at it. So that night, 1 a.m, I went online and I bought my wife a ticket to the final concert of the Eras Tour in Vancouver. Now, I know what some people in this room are thinking, but not saying out loud, especially men. Dan, that is an awful lot of money to spend on one night for one ticket. Why would you do that? That is stupid. You can't afford that. Hey, that was mean at the end. I don't know why you said that. But here's the thing. Couples therapy is $250 a session. I just got out of 10 couple therapy sessions. And because you guys laughed at that joke is now a tax write-off. Thank you, Kelowna. I'm Dan Quinn. Enjoy the rest of the night. Take care. Bye.